Hello everyone, welcome back to Anmoll Astrology channel. Today's video is about solar eclipse and how it is going to affect the zodiac sign Leo. So if you are a Leo moon or you are a Leo ascendant, this video is for you. Before diving into predictions, let's understand what solar eclipse is about. So, technically, when Sun, Moon, and Rahu come together, the affliction happens and the solar eclipse happens, right? But this time it is a unique one because this is happening with a conjunction of six planets, and if we consider Neptune, then seven planets. So it's Sun, Moon, Rahu, Venus, Saturn, and Mercury, right? So all of these are getting conjunct in the sign of Pisces. Solar eclipse simply means that there was some karma, there's some strong karma that you are meant to go through. And when this solar eclipse will happen, it is going to affect everyone, and it is going to bring in a major transformation regarding the sign of Pisces and wherever it falls. So, solar eclipse sets a tone for the next 6 months for you. And this theme is basically so as to bring in some transformation by fulfilling one's karma. So, you are going to experience uprooting of something and rerouting of something new in your life. So this is a 6 months for major transformation, and this is going to be much effective this time, this particular year, because it is having six planetary conjunction. Now, let me tell you, when COVID happened, then also we had approximately 5 to 6 planets I think it was in the sign of Sagittarius, right? And one thing is there, whenever solar eclipse happens, whichever sign or element it activates, that element has to play a significant role. That means you can, in the news headlines, you can hear a lot or read a lot about earthquakes, tsunamis, some problems related to water, some problems related to expense, significant losses, or market going extremely down. But also at the same time, people are going to invest a lot into real estate, into shares, into gold. Okay, and this is like an omen that I have not talked about increment of gold or people investing into gold at all in any other video, but I did that in Leo, right? So this solar eclipse is going to be create a major transformation there. Another thing is that this is happening in a cluster or a conjunction of six planets. So whenever you see combination of planets, more than two planets, if there are in one certain house, you would know that house has a significant dealing in your life. Your life is going to be all about that house and that sign prominently. And when it is about six planets, then definitely that is it. That is the house which has all your strengths, weaknesses, and events. Everything goes into that house. So if you intentionally try to fulfill the karma of that house, that is going to be a very practical remedy for you, right? So whenever we see a cluster of planets, that house has the most impact on our life. Now, the solar eclipse is happening in the sign of Pisces. Let's understand the sign of Pisces. Pisces is the original 12th house. It is the house of two extremes because it is one of the dual signs, and I believe it is the most dual sign. Most dual sign in this sense that either it can make you too addicted or totally addicted towards something, or it can even represent intoxication, addiction, or else it just means oblivionness. You are oblivious about that particular house and that particular situation. You either are too involved or not involved at all. And this is also something you will see as a trait of Pisces people. They are either too involved into something, and when their limit is done, they are going to just leave everything. They're just going to leave that person, and then there's no looking back. So these people, when they love intensely. But when they start distancing yourself, mark my words, they are not going to come back. They are not going to forgive you. They might forgive you on the face, but they will always hold that grudge. That is the power and dominance of water signs. Okay, so that's why when Pisces is about the two extremes. It is about your subconscious mind, your inbuilt talents, your abilities. It is also a sign that affects one's married life, because this is um, a house which actually is associated with how comfortable you are into sharing your bed with someone. It is also about sexual pleasures. It is also about travel, foreign land, foreign travel, overseas travel. So it denotes all of that as well. It denotes jails, asylums, or any place which is restricted, which is isolated. So it is also a house of nature. It is the house of ashrams. Okay. And what else? Pisces is also about your imaginative world, your subconscious mind, your sleep. Okay. So when this dominance of planets are coming into the sign of Pisces, there is a lot that is going to happen subconsciously. Now, for Leo ascendants, this conjunction is actually coming into the eighth house. Your eighth house is ruled by Pisces, and all your moksha houses are actually ruled by moksha signs. This means that this is a time for a major shift in your life. Whenever I see any planet transiting the eighth house, when Saturn travels eighth house, people call it as Dhaya. If any other planet travels eighth house, they don't call it Dhaya, but that is also a significant time. And whenever any transit happens, any transit, as in the transit of major planets like Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and Jupiter, when this happens in moksha houses, trust me, that year is going to be significant in your life. That because it actually triggers a major shift in your life, because fourth house is about one's stability, one's home, one's inner peace. Eighth house is about one's physical stability. So whenever I see a prominent planet transiting through the eighth house, I know there's a major shift that a person will experience. This major shift can even be about it's physically changing your residence or experiencing a significant shift either in your home environment or within your personality, your physical residence, or simply you might even shift to a different place, to a long distance, right? So eighth house is actually going to bring in significant changes in your residence and significant changes in all the important areas in your life. Now, these changes might not come very easily, but these changes are going to be there, and this might be for better. That we are going to see when we dive into the charts. So, your eighth house is becoming highly active and it is going to come into light. That means all your secrets, or you will be able to take out secrets of your life. You will be able to work towards stability of your life. That journey is going to be like, there has been a lot of things that has been happening in the previous time period. Now you're going to try to settle or balance everything down. This can be for good. We will understand that by the placement of Jupiter, right? So before diving into the chart, let's understand a few points. Now, this Dominance is happening with planetary conjunction of 6 planets. There's a Rashi Parivartan Yog between Pisces and Taurus, Jupiter and Venus. There is one exalted planet, which is Venus. There is one debilitated planet, which is Mercury, and they are creating Neech Bhangraj Yoga. Mercury is retrograde at the same time, Venus is retrograde at the same time. So these are the points you need to understand. Now, when we get a debilitated Mercury and that to retrograde, that means this is the time to for you to let loose your logic and trust your intuition. Venus is also retrograde, but it is exalted. That means you can get unasked gains, but you have a karmic tie that you have to go through. You have a karmic situation that you have to go through, but that situation can be tackled by your diplomacy, by your intelligence, and your utmost devotion. But you need to let loose your logic and use your intuition, use your inner voice. So this is the time for you to go within, and especially for all the fire ascendants, because you people are going to have this in moksha houses, the solar eclipse. Now let's just quickly dive into the chart for more explanation. So for Leo ascendants, it is happening in the 8th house. Jupiter is in the 10th house. It's kind of a debilitated house for Jupiter to be in. At the same time, you have Mars, which has gone direct on 24th of February 2025, and it is going to stay there in the sign of Gemini. So it is actually one of the very good placements to have. When Mars is there in the 11th house, you know what I feel? Then we have always heard in astrology, you must have heard, if you are a learner of astrology, that Mars, when comes into the 3rd house, it gives you utmost courage to deal with things. So it is a planet that gives you that himmat hosla, right? I You will tackle the worst situations in a very good manner, very intelligent manner, and rather, I would use the word clever manner. So I feel that right now you are at a stage where you are an opportunist. You want to grab whatever opportunity you are going to get, and you will initiate, or you will have that courage to actually tackle all the situations. See, Ketu is coming into your first house, right? You are going to start with a very karmic time as soon as Ketu comes into your first house. But trust me, this is the last gist of cleverness that you're going to play out before you go into that Ketu confusing zone. So it's like that is something you are going to experience proceeding, May 2025. But right now is your chance, you know, from March to almost May 2025 is your chance to fulfill your goals. Because even beyond that, you are going to have your chance, because we are going to have the effect of solar eclipse for total of 6 months. But it's like along with that, you will have certain difficulties with your own personality, with your own mindset, right? Because Ketu, when it comes in, it transforms you, it brings in a lot of problem in your life so as to change your perspective. But before that, this is the time to be highly political. You will deal with a lot of politics, especially related to your work, related to your career, and related to government or people or society. Now, this cluster is in the 8th house. There's a significant change that is going to happen, a transformation that is going to happen, where either you are going to travel, you're going to shift a particular city, most of all, or a particular country, you want to travel overseas, you want to shift overseas. But it also shows that you want to bring in change, or it will transform something related to your inheritance. You might have to lose, but to gain something else in the future. And that can be related to a fixed asset. That can be that you are losing a contract, maybe to maybe you are losing an insurance money, something related to the eighth house. And also at the same time, this shows that it is very necessary for you to be patient during this. Because see, there's Saturn, Rahu, Sun in the eighth house right now. And Venus, Mercury, Moon are crunched. These three soft planets are crunched into the warfare of these three typical planets. So definitely the outcome can be quite transformative. It can be on the negative end. You need to use your intuition and righteous actions to deal with this particular time period. I'm not saying this time period is good. This is definitely one of the uh, most experiencing time period Leo individuals are going to have. But trust me, you can gain out of the worst scenarios for the coming months. You just need to hold your ground tightly. Try to not indulge into any sort of politics, any sort of conflict, not at all, especially with females. Even if you yourself are a female, especially with females. And somehow, male colleagues, male friends, male siblings are going to help you, right? So, other than this, you have Jupiter in the 10th house. They are exchanging places, significant change in your career. This can be a significant boom within your career. But I do feel that you will get an opportunity to change something related to your career, a significant change related to your career. It could be the line of your career, it could be your authority, it could be you starting a startup, it can be anything, but a significant change. Now, if whenever I see cluster of planets and Rahu is a part of it, I always see where Ketu is going. So Ketu is going into your second house, and that is in Virgo. There's some negotiation you have to make on the end of your income, your finances, or with your family, so as to deal with this situation. There can be a sudden event that is going to come within your life, and the survival thing or the way out is going to be somewhere connected with your savings, your finances, or your family. It is highly suggested for you to actually have some backup plans, have some finances as a part of savings. Evaluate your finances, evaluate your relationship with your family. Because Ketu is about evaluation, Ketu is about realizations. It is about pinpointing all the minute details, all the and when it comes into Virgo, it's about pointing out everything, pointing out all the bad things, pointing out all the good things, but mostly bad things, because it's a critical judge. Ketu, sorry, not Ketu, Ketu in Virgo. And since Ketu is in Uttra Falguni at the same time, it's your nakshatra, it's Sun's nakshatra. You will have to balance or join hands with, you know, with a family member or with someone, so as to get out of this situation. Balance is required in your second house. Okay. But this is a good time for career. This is a good time for opportunities to come in. If there is sudden losses, sudden expenses, there is also sudden opportunities that are going to make you find a way towards something way nicer than what was existingly there. And also, since it there's a Rashi Parivartan Yoga with the fifth lord as well. Jupiter rules the fifth lord. It rules the fifth house and eighth house. Then Venus rules the 10th house and the third house. Your decision making is important. I think for this while, you're going to leave the Leo people. Sometimes I have seen Leo people make their decisions based on their emotions, based on favorism. Someone respects them, highly respects them, and always looks upon them. They are going to favor that person because they have that hunger for respect. But I would say, have very evaluative and calculative decisions. And rather, this eighth house dominance is going to refine. This is the initiation of refining your mindset. For the rest of your life, you will understand how to identify who is best for you and who is not best for you. No more you are going to have a generous heart. And I know just in few months you wouldn't agree to this thing. You will take about a year or two, and then just come back to this video and let me know if I was wrong. You definitely are going to realize you're going to become rigid towards your mindset. Although you have been a person with an open heart, with a wide, huge heart for people to help them, but now you will see the true faces of people. That is a part of your transformation. You'll get to know what is the true evaluation, how to evaluate if the person you're interacting with is right for you or not. Okay, so that's all a Leo person is going to experience. When it's about your career, authorities, be very careful with your interaction with authorities. It can land you into tarnishing your image. They will try, there is going to be someone in your surrounding who will try to uh, put you down or try to defame you. It can even be a guru, a father like figure, just because they want to dominate you. They want to hold the power over you. But you guys are Leos. You're never going to lose your power. You will eventually know how to regain your throne. Okay, so it's just a matter of time. Right? So, guys, this was my analysis about Leo ascendants. Sorry, someone is at the door, so I just got ekdam se jhatka lagta na. Yeah. So, this was my analysis about Leo ascendants and how solar eclipse is going to affect them. So, see you guys with the next video. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you guys would like to have your personal readings, you can check out the link below, www.anmollastrology.com. And under the reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Under unique reading section, you can book a unique reading for yourself. See you next time. Bye-bye. Take care.